as I stepped into this amazing world, I mean, it was a wonderful time, because I can't explain. It's impossible to understand what it was like in those days. I mean, if a woman wanted to change an electrical plug, or to, put up shelves or something like that, her way of doing that would be to ask a man to do it. So it would never occur to me to think, how do I change a plug? I'll follow the instructions. An electrical... or, we didn't have videos in those days, but get the video working, wire up the audio equipment and so on. And the beauty of it, I remember my first few weeks at Virgin, when for the first time in my entire life, I was able to, I had to think of what must I do next. There wasn't anybody saying, this is what you do next. What do I have to do next? How do I do it? Will it be successful? What do I need to think about? And making decisions. And it was, I can't tell you, it was like opening up a whole area of my brain which had been closed down all my life. It was almost like discovering I had the ability to fly, like a bird, and oh, these are wings, oh my God, I can fly. It was so exhilarating. And at the same time, I was going through a process, like a lot of us were, that Germaine Greer had written her famous book, The Female Eunuch. And it was just the only one of its kind. And in that book, the key thing I remember from it, she actually said, why, when we want to change a plug or put up bookshelves, why do we ask a man to do it? And I immediately learned, I went to a man and asked him to show me how to change a plug, and I learned how to change a plug. And I went home to my little flat and put up some bookshelves. And I put books on them and they all fell down. But within a few years, I developed as my hobby. I did woodwork as my hobby, and I built our coffee table, and I built a shelf unit that I still have, and learnt to carve intricate things in wood, and all those things that have been closed off for being a woman. I started to experiment with and learn to do. When I started thinking in that way, I started to notice, what are men doing that's different to what I'm doing? What else do men do that's different to what I do, or to what women generally do? And one of the things I noticed, and this was a period of learning over years, one of the things I noticed was that men were very, very forthright about what they did. A lot of the time they would steal credit, not so much at Virgin because that wasn't the culture, but men would be the first to say, I did this, I've achieved this, look what I've done. And women would be the last to say, they'd say, oh no, well it wasn't really me. Well, I didn't really do very much. Well, I had a huge amount of help from, what are we like?